everyone, and welcome to Solshow. Today I am reviewing YOU Season 2, the Netflix show about a stalker who is now gone from New York to California, Los Angeles, Hollywood, and he is no longer just a bookstore owner. Joe essentially, after reeling from Season 1, running into Candace, is like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, so he runs away to Los Angeles because that is a more fun location, but it's unexpected of him to do. So he's staying there, basically trying to start a new life. He's gonna try to live incognito. He's gonna work at a weird store that is like a book food thing. It's weird. But then what do you know? He falls in love again. He runs into a woman called Love. And Love, I actually like Love much more than Beck in Season 1. Beck was very much just kind of like a template character, a standard good girl who like does have an interesting story to tell, but like nothing about her like was like exuberant. Like Love has some shit. She's got baggage, she's got stories, she's got characteristics and mannerisms. She is much more dynamic. And then she is also a twin sister of a guy named 40. 40 is the best character in anything I've ever seen ever. He is a douchebag screenwriter, I guess. He's a Hollywood wannabe with a bunch of money from his dad. And he acts like a total douchebag because of it. And he's also very addicted to drugs. And because Joe's always interacting with his neighbors, there's like his neighbors who are like these sisters. He flirts with one of them. The other one's 15. They're both hanging out with this Henderson guy who's like a famous comedian. And that's the setting. That's the stage we got. If you like Season 1, we basically hit all the same points in Season 2. It's just in a whole new different dynamic way. There's like a whole new system with Joe's like box of terrors. Seeing him just trying to get through a normal day-to-day operation is always fun. He's always fucking up, and despite that you want him to die constantly, you're on the edge of your seat whenever things are afoot. And there's a part of you, that little bit of you, where he's like, I want to get better. I don't like who I am. There's a part of you that's like, you deserve better. But then you're like, nah, you should die. And they still like make the romances a little bit cute. They like really try to get you Love's perspective of what's going on. Love had a tragic backstory of where her ex-husband died. 40 is a complete mess. Her parents, you meet them, they're a fucking train wreck. There's a constant struggle always going on with Love, so it's a lot more interesting episode to episode basis. It never feels like we're wasting time. That being said, I don't want to say there are plot threads just left unattended, but they are dropped with little conclusion. And not just that, the last 2 episodes, like there's a big reveal, there's a lot of things that you would expect, but then it kind of goes off the rails a little bit. I think there's at least like 10 obvious ways you could have ended this season. Like half of them you could have just ended the show, but I feel like, we have to make it set up for another season. So the other like half, let's say just 5 endings that were a little bit more obvious, they didn't go with. And it just kind of falls apart after that. I don't want to say the ending was bad, but it kind of got that very obvious ending feel. I don't want to say the ending was bad. It just kind of wraps itself a little bit too nice, a little bit too pretty bow after such a clusterfuck of a show. It just kind of wraps up just like that. It was a little unearned pathos. But there is so much good character work in this thing. There is so much mystery, and you get into Joe's psyche, and I love watching any type of like American Psycho Nightcrawler like crawling into the psyche of a fucking maniac, and you get to do it in a very long TV format. I was always interested in what was going on, and you follow him going through a relationship, going through trials, and basically he is actually a little bit less selfish towards Love. He actually wants to keep 40 alive, the brother, and always keep him happy for the sake of Love being happy. So Joe is succumbing to this douchebag who's always getting him wrapped up in these misadventures, and those are the best parts of this entire thing, and he can't do anything about it. The big twist ending, I did kind of see it coming. My girlfriend, she called it out, and the second it happened, she's like, I told you! I told you! I was a little bit on the fence, but it happened. And again, I like that idea that they went with. It just wasn't executed great. But Season 3 has essentially set a new stage, and I'm interested to see what happens. If I wasn't as confident in this team as I was, I would be a little bit skeptical, but I am looking forward to Season 3. So, for Season 2, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This is a great show. I love it. I like it more than Season 1 even. I think love and the Hollywood setting is a little bit more interesting than the one previous, so there it is. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to my other channel, Fandom Pop, for more beautiful content, and until next time, with that, I leave you.